Your dad bod isn't a result of just age. This is a systems and a discipline failure. I'm gonna show you so that you can understand why your body is literally getting softer, but you continue to work harder. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand exactly why. I'm gonna leave you with a simple system that will allow you to burn fat and build muscle on a busy trade schedule. You've noticed that your gut is continuing to grow. No matter how many steps you get in at work, how active you are at work, how strong you may feel, it's because your body is running on a broken system. You're continuing to do things that you tell yourself or you think are healthy, but they're actually the reason why you're staying stuck and why progress is going in the opposite direction. Most of you guys think that the fix is in the grind, right? Like, I need to do more. I need to do more workouts. I need to train harder. I need to start Monday, all this kind of shit. But you never actually start Monday. Motivation worked alone, you'd already be ripped, you'd already be lean, and you wouldn't be staring down at that big belly. I coach high performing men in the trades, CEOs, guys exactly like you, guys that have lost their edge. A lot of you guys used to be athletes, right? So you know what it was like to be fit, you know what it was like to be in shape, but right now your schedule demands different things. So a cookie cutter workout doesn't work or apply for you. The majority of the guys that come into my program believe that fat loss is all about willpower. It's not. It's about reducing the decision-making process. You don't need to give yourself a fucking pep talk every time you have a meal. You need an operating system. The same thing that you apply to your business, you need to apply to your fitness and your health. So I'm gonna give you the exact framework that I apply and I give to my clients. This isn't a theory, this isn't hypothetical. This is an exact system and structure that you can use and you can apply to your busy schedule to get results and keep them. Most of you guys are doing random fucking workouts, right? You're gonna miss a couple of days, you're gonna do high intensity, exert yourself, feel sore and tired, miss a couple of more days, and then repeat the process, never really seeing results. The problem isn't more intensity, the problem is consistency. Start with training 3 days a week, a minimum of 45 minutes. This will build up a habit and a routine. Track your lifts, add reps, and add weights. If you're not tracking, you're not training. You're just like exercising. You remember those fucking workout videos that like our moms used to watch as a kid? That's what you're doing. Don't do that. The second problem that I see, you're eating clean, right? But healthy with no structure doesn't get you results. Clean eating is fucking meaningless if you're starving all day and then binge eating at night. Most of you guys aren't overeating because you like love food. You're overeating because you're not eating enough macronutrients during the day, which leads to binge eating and overeating at night. So the problem isn't the dinner that you're having in the evening. The problem is setting yourself up at the beginning of the day. Okay, start with this. I want you to do 2 anchor meals throughout the day. That means your breakfast and your lunch. Do like a palm size of your protein and a fist size of carbs, and add vegetables. These are gonna get you through the day with enough energy. Do more carbs before you're training. You should always be training in the morning, by the way. Anybody that's in the trades is bullshitting themselves if they tell themselves they're gonna come home after a 12-hour shift and train in the morning. The key at the beginning of this is not perfect macros, it's something that you can repeat and start. We'll get into macros later. You're confusing being on your feet and at work with training and exercise. This is just the borderline bare minimum movement that an adult human requires throughout the day. You're moving all day, but you're not building muscle. You're just accumulating fatigue along the way. So you need to get this idea out of your head that work replaces training. Work is the reason why you need to train. So you need to think of it this way. Strength training is literally the insurance policy for your body. This is going to protect your back. This is going to realign your posture. This is going to keep your knees, your feet, all of your joints from fucking hurting at the end of every day. And I'll give you an example. So I had a client, he's in the trades, he's like in his 40s, like early 40s. And he'd say to me at the beginning of the program, you know, I'm on my feet all day, Kyle. I'm working, I'm carrying lumber, I'm building stuff. You know, I'm basically training. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your work and your job, but don't confuse these things with training. See, in reality, his belly kept getting bigger. He kept getting weaker, more fatigued, and crashing out in the evening time, right? Having no energy and not eating proper macros properly throughout the day, he would come home and literally just like binge eat, right? He'd be exhausted and tired. He'd wipe out half the pantry. If his wife made anything, cookies, you name it, he would just demolish them all. And maybe he would do like, I think he was doing one workout on the weekend, right? Maybe two throughout the week. The ones in the middle of the week were always after work and they were half-assed. The one on Saturday, he would go so intense that he'd just be burnt out on Sunday and then miss his next workouts and just keep repeating the cycle, wondering why he wasn't seeing any results. And like I said before, this is a process of removal. So we're gonna find the things that no longer work for you, remove them, and replace them with things that do. So I didn't just add a bunch of workouts, right? The idea is not to add more to your plate, because you're not gonna do it. We started with 3 specific days of training, 45 minutes each time, muscle group based. The 2 anchor meals that I talked about to get him used to prioritizing his food, tracking his food, and then we focus on the recovery portion of it. And literally within weeks, he started to regain his energy, his strength started to improve, and his confidence got better, which means when you're seeing these visual results, when you're feeling these things, this is what's going to propel you to continue along this path. And it's not because it's some newfound information that nobody knows about. It's about implementing a structure and a system that fits your life. Success needs consistency. Consistency needs sustainability. Like I said, if it doesn't fit your life, you're not going to do it. So I'll quickly break down how the Triple Edge system works. We have 3 tiers. The first is training progression. So we do hypertrophy strength training combined with progressive overload, which means that you're always improving, you're always getting stronger, you're always getting better. Life doesn't get easier, you just get better, bro. The second is eating with structure and purpose. Right? Like I talked about, we started off with just learning what your macros are, learning how to track these things, and we implement it slowly. I use a custom members only app that has everything at your fingertips. Food, meals, tracking, macros, all of it. It's so simple, a child could do this. And number 3, like I said, is the process of removal. This is where we focus on removing the things that are holding us back and aren't working, and we replace them with things that are. This usually goes along with the recovery side of things, right? Prioritizing our overall health. Success needs to be across the board. Family, fitness, finance, everything. So if you work in the trades, you're a contractor or a business owner, or like I said, just a high performing father, maybe you're at the top CEO position of somebody's company, doesn't fucking matter. We all have the same issues: time, structure, and discipline. If you're sick of this restarting Monday bullshit, I'll help you install a system that works. So if you comment below the word EDGE, I'll send you a PDF and a free starter guide on how to start implementing this process right away so that you can see results in the next few weeks. If you comment the word ELITE below, then I'm going to reach out to you about where you're at and what your goals are and see if you're a fit for the program. You can set up a one-on-one strategy call or use the coaching application to apply today. Stop waiting till next Monday. Let's go.